This is Herndon, news that you can use. My name is Taylor Simo.
And I'm Ryan Dunn.
Hey! So Jam Brew is back, and it's this week, September 5th, and the Morrison Brothers will be performing. The Morrison Brothers are a country band, but they take country music to a whole nother level. They're brothers, of course. Their names are Truman, Willie, Matt, and Kevin, and they added a singer from Nashville Star finalist named Allison Gilbert and a multi-instrumentalist named Dave Benson. So they've been performing all over the eastern, midwestern, and southern U.S. They have performed from Tim McGraw, and their music is on iTunes. Jeff Giuliano, he's a mix engineer for the Dave Matthews Band, and John Mayer said that they are a master of a record and that he truly believes in these guys. So I saw them on YouTube myself, and they are excellent. You guys should check them out. And they're like the next big thing in country music. So make sure you check that out.
All right. So, in August, the town of Herndon celebrated the completion of an art mural at Dominion Animal Hospital at 795 Station Street. This mural was completed by former Herndon High art teacher Keith Naquin. The 95-foot-long piece of art was commissioned by the Council for the Arts of Herndon. It is a wonderful mural. It's one of now several murals that you can see within downtown Herndon, and it displays several animals, including cats, dogs, and a few birds. It's a very exquisite piece of art. It's gotten some very good local acclaim. If you're ever in the area, I would recommend going ahead and checking it out.
That sounds pretty good.
Yes.
That sounds good. So the 2014 Police Academy is here, and it runs through September 4th to November 6th. It is a 10-week session, and there are real police officers from Fairfax County as well as Herndon County. And so, the participants will be learning criminal investigations and narcotics. You will be doing community policing, traffic environment, firearms training, crime scene investigation, K-9, and you'll also get to tour the Adult Detention Center as well as ride along with the real patrol officer. Our own Ryan Dunn has had a chance to participate with them. So Ryan, how was that for you?
It was, again, a very interesting experience, just learning more about what the services the local police offer to the community, and just experiencing and learning more about the different divisions, such as the K-9 division, and how their work is separate from work that's done by other specialists within the local police force. I mean, they had the local K-9 group, and they just displayed some of the tactics that are used to, again, secure a person who might be a possible suspect. So it was very informative. I'd certainly recommend it for anyone who has the opportunity to enroll and take the class. It's very educational.
What was your favorite part?
Again, just seeing the K-9 group, just seeing how the dog handlers are able to, just control, but also, make sure that they're able to do the duty that's expected of them, and just how the K-9 is really a part of the force. They almost, see them at a very personal level. So, again, it's very informative. If you can take the Citizens Police Academy or enroll in it, I'd recommend it.
Yes, definitely. And to enroll in it, you have to be 18 years or older. But the Police Academy isn't just limited to the town of Herndon. It includes other towns, but Herndon citizens have the first priority. So just remember that.
And other local news, recently the Art Space Herndon celebrated an artist reception for the new art exhibit, Each Other's Dreams, Conco Village Through Image and Word. Now this art exhibit displays the different images and photos and other art gear that are related to Conco Village, which is located in Ghana, Africa. And this exhibit will continue to be on display until Sunday, September 7th. All proceeds from the art sale will be going to the Leap for Ghana Scholarship. And this scholarship or foundation gives monies so that young students can attend high school over at Conco Village. And the exhibit, again, is certainly one that's worth seeing. It has a large number of photos that were very well done. And attending the art reception, Mayor Lisa Merkel as well as Council Member Sheila Ohm both attended, as well as some of the artists, including poet and author Kwame Alexander. And it's really a charming display. Certainly one, if you have the opportunity to visit it, I'd recommend it.
Definitely, it looks good. I saw the pictures and everything. It looks really interesting, and I would love to go.
Yes.
You know. So, you know, Herndon Voices, talk about your voice, your dream. We're doing it all here in Herndon. But we're launching a new program called Herndon Voices, and this is open to anybody and everybody who has a story to tell. No matter the age, if you're young, if you're old, we don't care. If the story is funny or nostalgic, you know, we'll still record your story because we want to know. So if you're interested, please give us a call. Please contact us at hctv23@hctv.org or give us a call at 703-689-2323 and let your voice be heard only on HCTV.
And other news, Town of Herndon residents are advised that the year 2015 decals must be purchased and put on display on their vehicles by November 15th, 2014. Following this deadline, Herndon Police will begin checking vehicles for decals, and residents who have not yet received decal applications can contact the Town of Herndon's Department of Finance. So yes, you don't want to get in trouble with the Herndon Police. Just be sure if you're again a resident of Herndon and you have a vehicle, make sure that you have a decal on your car.
Yeah, definitely. That is important because, like, I remember one time, it's just a personal story, like I didn't have a decal shown and I got a ticket. And that was at George Mason.
Oh.
So you can only imagine the Herndon Police will not be so nice if you do not display a decal.
Yeah.
But to lighten things up a little bit, what is nice is the farmers market, and that will be here this Thursday from 8 a.m., you know, same place, same time, from 8 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. by the Red Caboose. So I went to the Herndon Farmers Market myself, and I just wanted to see what was going on. Oh, the people are so nice. I mean, there's just lines of food, just fresh food, vegetables, fresh kettle corn, fresh bread. I mean, Ryan, it was to die for. They had like 7-grain whole wheat bread, cheese bread, ginger cakes, desserts. It was just delicious. It's a great time. If you've never been, you are truly missing it.
It sounds delicious. It makes me hungry.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm hungry too.
All right. And also, HCTV was able to have the opportunity to interview the local artistic director for the Next Stop Theater, Mr. Evan Hoffman. He took the opportunity to discuss with us some of the work that's been going on at Next Stop Theater, and among them, a new drama called Gideon's Knot, a suspenseful drama. This story follows the tale between a teacher and a troubled student's parent. And so, again, Mr. Hoffman was able to tell us a little more again about what the work that went into this production, as well as other work that he's been taking on since he's taken the lead as the director over at Next Stop.
Yeah, and hey, didn't Evan used to volunteer here at HCTV?
Yes. Mr. Hoffman was formerly a volunteer at HCTV, and HCTV always appreciates volunteer work and assistance. So if you ever want to take the opportunity to learn more about the work that goes on at HCTV studios, again, we always appreciate volunteers. You can just go to our webpage at www.hctv.org and take the opportunity to learn more about all the work that goes on over here.
Definitely, and being a volunteer here, I mean, big things happen. So definitely check out Gideon's Knot. Sounds good. And the interview is next.
Yes.
My name is Taylor Simone.
And I'm Ryan Dunn.
Thanks for watching HCTV.
Thank you.
Bye.
We are here today with Evan Hoffman. the artistic director of Next Stop Theater, which is located in Herndon. Evan, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. So, we understand Next Stop Theater, which again, located in Herndon, it has recently taken the place of what formerly was the Eldon Street Theater, Eldon Street Players. So, we're hoping maybe you could just tell us just a little bit about the theater, the program, and some of the objectives that it's been able to fill since you stepped into the role, making it a professional theater.
Sure. Well, a big thing that we are frequently trying to explain to people is we didn't replace the Eldon Street Players. We actually are the Eldon Street Players. It's still the same nonprofit organization that was started in Herndon in 1988 by a group of Herndon residents. But the Eldon Street Players, while a nonprofit organization, was also an all-volunteer organization. Everybody from the actors to the directors to the designers to the board of directors and everybody running the company volunteered, and the company operated that way for 25 years and did some pretty remarkable things. I actually, being someone who grew up in Herndon, got my start in theater when I was only 10 years old with the Eldon Street Players. I was in their very first children's show back in 1992, I believe. They did a production of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe as a children's show, and I was in that. And from that, that helped develop my love of theater, and it got me involved with the company. And over the next 20 years, as I grew up, I continuously worked on shows as a volunteer, as an actor, as a technician, and eventually as a director with the company. And then at the same time, I graduated from Herndon High School. I went to the College of William and Mary and got a degree in theater and pursued a career as a professional actor and director. And then as the company was preparing to reach its 25th anniversary, I was out of school. I'd become a professional actor and director and was building a career in DC, but had remained close with many of the people in the company, and actually had even remained active when I could. I still volunteered. The company and the board of directors decided that they felt they needed to consider what the future of the organization was going to be like. It'd been an amazing 25 years. The Eldon Street Players had become one of the most respected community theaters, all volunteer theaters in the entire Washington area, and wanted to think about what the future meant. Were they going to grow? Were they going to continue to stay exactly where they were? Or was the organization coming to a point where they were ready to kind of slow down and maybe stop? And it was at that point I got involved a little bit more and said, I think personally that this company could grow, could be even bigger and serve Herndon better and serve the entire Dulles corridor better. And so, and this was about 3 years ago, I joined the board of directors, and we started actually looking at, was it possible for this group to go from all volunteer to actually using professional actors and directors. And that didn't mean getting rid of everybody who'd ever worked there before. It just meant that we could increase the amount of work we were doing and the expectations and commitment from the people who were already there, and bring in new people who otherwise couldn't afford to volunteer to be a part of the theater. And so after some time considering that, the board decided that it was a good idea and hired me as the artistic director to oversee that process. And so we just finished our first season as Next Stop. And we changed the name to reflect the fact that we were changing from all volunteer to professional. But many of the same people still stayed involved, and we kicked off the 26th, what would have been the 26th season as Eldon Street, as the first season as Next Stop. And we produced 8 shows this year with amazing actors, directors, and designers, many of whom had been in shows at our theater before. We didn't have a single show this year that didn't involve people who had been active members of the Eldon Street Players before, and a whole lot of new people, and grew our audiences and our artists and just had a spectacular time. And I'm so proud of what we've accomplished in growing the organization.
Excellent. Yes. And so I understand that in addition to continuing the productions, with plays, with different audiences, you also have stepped into, or continued rather, the process of teaching young thespians about what the arts involved within the drama and play. I understand a summer program was done this year.
Yeah, we did. We started a summer camp program. A long time ago, the town of Herndon used to have a couple of classes, drama classes, at the Industrial Strength Theater where we perform. Again, when I was a kid, I actually took a couple of them, but those eventually stopped happening. And along with wanting to bring even bigger and better theater, as someone who grew up learning about theater here in Herndon, I thought it was important that we jump back into providing that opportunity for young students who are interested in learning more about theater to have that chance here in Herndon, have a local opportunity. There are a number of fantastic programs and theaters in the Washington metropolitan region, but we wanted to have one right here in Herndon. So yeah, this summer we started a 6-week summer camp program run by Jacqueline Young, who is our education coordinator. And we had 5 different programs that we ran. We had week-long workshops, or camps I should say, on improvisation, on technical theater. So we had kids who came in and learned how you paint sets and how the lights work and the sound work. And we even had a 2-week camp where we had students in just 2 weeks, in 10 days really, they produced a full-scale production of Disney's Beauty and the Beast, the musical, in just 10 days, and then performed it for an open audience and did just an amazing job.
Sounds wonderful. Yes. I think I was able to look over the webpage and saw some of the photos of the classes that were underway, and it seemed like everyone there was really enjoying the experience.
Yeah, it was great. We were thrilled to hear from a lot of students and parents that they were excited to have this opportunity, and that it was filling a void that otherwise they had not been able to fill. There wasn't sufficient opportunities for classes. So we're excited to be providing that now.
Yes. And I understand currently the current production is now a drama over at Next Stop Theater. It's somewhat of a more serious topic, but something that's, I understand, is called Gideon's Knot. Can you tell us a little about that, please?
We actually just opened Gideon's Knot last night. It is an extremely powerful drama, sadly, but accurately very relevant today. Gideon's Knot is a drama by a playwright named Jonna Adams, and she wrote this play just a couple of years ago. It's won a number of awards, but it is about a parent and a teacher discussing the suspension and aftermath and consequences of the suspension of a 5th grade student. And we have 2 wonderful actresses, Caroline Clay and Katie Karkoff, who are performing the show for the next 3 weeks at the Industrial Strength Theater. And it is an 85-minute drama where this mother and this teacher discuss bullying and self-expression in students and standards of learning and the culpability of parents, the culpability of children, the culpability of teachers in our school systems. And I'm not giving much away to say that the big issue that has arisen is this student, Gideon, after being suspended, killed himself. And so this parent and this teacher, who are both very close to this student, are dealing with the aftermath of that situation and discussing what they could have done differently, how they were wrong, who is the bully, who is the victim, both among the children and between them as they discuss it. And it's a remarkably written play. The actresses are fantastic. One of the actresses in the show was actually on Broadway in the play Doubt, which won a Pulitzer Prize. But both of them offer stellar performances, and we're really proud to have that show. You know, we produce a wide variety of shows, from happy musicals to classic plays to contemporary dramas, and I'm really proud to have this one in particular because it is so relevant. These issues are happening in our schools today, and theater is such a remarkable way to deal with those issues and put them up and allow our community and our audiences to really look at them in an honest way.
Yes. Yes. Well, Evan, well, thank you so much again for making the time to come down here to our studio and just to again share and explain about what's going on over at Next Stop Theater. We know that we're expecting many more wonderful productions from your theater company. Thank you again, and we look forward to going to your theaters and seeing some other wonderful productions in the very near future.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.